It's your boy Soca Academics and check it out. Now, Bunji Garlin dropped a diss track to I Wayne because I Wayne wants to diss the Soca. Check out these lyrics right here. Yo, Soca people, what's good? So if you're watching this video, I'm already assuming that you already seen the video that Bunji Garlin made, the Vibe King himself, Mr. Eminem or Method Man of Soca music. You've seen the one he did about why he goes so hard for Soca, and those are the vibes we need. If you ain't see it, I'll do a quick clip.
Yo, a question was asked to me recently. Why does it go so hard for Soca? How come? Because remember, in the wide world for years, Soca has always been known as, or regarded or considered like a soft people music now. Because you're happy, you're soft. But you see, people don't know the history of where Soca came from, or the history of the music of Trinidad and Tobago, and a lot of the other islands that involve in Soca as well too, right? But one of the reasons that it goes so hard for Soca, I remember in that time, how much shows that they would, Soca acts would be booked, Soca bands. That time it wasn't even Asia, was ecstatic at the time. I remember when I came in 99, traveling to New York and we go into these events and things. And the promoter head hot and he's worrying what to do because he booked all these big acts from all over. And they're telling him they're not going on the same stage that Soca on or Soca artists on. I might have one event, the promoter scrambling the night of the event to find us some.
I'm gonna show the whole thing because I gotta keep this video short. You can always go check on his Instagram. It's there. It ain't going nowhere. But it's when he talks about the Soca and why he goes so hard about Soca, he brings up his history. Mind you, Bunji Garlin isn't new. Like, Bunji Garlin was in the beginning of modern Soca. This is one of the founders of modern Soca. The high energy, the kinda, it have an edginess to it, especially power Soca. Bunji Garlin was there when he was early in the beginning trying to develop a more rebrand the image of Soca. It's of him, Lava Man, Problem Child, Mr. Killer, Emex Prime. He's one of those people. So he tells you why he goes so hard for Soca and like the trials and tribulations he had to go through, especially in the early 2000s when dancehall was at its all-time peak with Sean Paul and them, and they would be like, yo, I'm gonna do my show. There's no way you're gonna put me on a stage. There's no way I share on a stage with a Soca artist. And it's there when he talked about that, it brought back a lot of memories because the real Soca fans, or at least the people who've been there from the beginning, would know about that one time Bunji Garlin dissed I Wayne. This is some nice piece of Soca history. So sit down, hear this story. But before I get in that, yo, you heard this new Bunji track that one that dropped last week? Yo, niceness. Hear this.
Bunji Garlin, don't lock up the dance. Over the energy, continuous. Yeah. Continuous. Continuous. Yeah. Continuous. Right. 3 p.m.
Like the video. Tap this screen. Okay, I know Ali. So, to get how this story started, you gotta go back. And I wanna say back, you gotta go back. I mean, before Instagram back. Before Facebook back, before miniclip.com back, before Postopia back. I'm telling you, before MySpace back, before AOL back. Well, actually, right around that time, around AOL time, 2005. In them times, if you wanted to get your music and you wanted to get something for what's new, you either had to watch BET, 106 in Park, BETJ, or BET Jamaica. You see, if you don't know nothing, you don't know nothing, but you already know they're not playing no Soca. But also, you would read Vibe magazine. Bro, like, when was the last time you even remember seeing a magazine in your house? Like Zoo Books. Like, nobody don't really making magazines again. But back in those days, you would have got the magazine. And Vibe magazine, specifically issue number 3. And in this issue, you would have had the cover of it, Sean Paul and all them, and they had the little reggae section. And at the time, with Sean Paul and Bounty Killer and Rupee, even though Rupee was a Soca artist, Rupee was hot too, you would have had somebody named I Wayne. Surely you know who I Wayne is. Woman can't satisfy her. She needs more wood for the fire. Sex price getting higher. For the money she require. So part of the reason it started is because the magazine had what was called the Boom Shot Awards. So that was one of the biggest awards you could get if you are a West Indian artist. You know, a lot of the reggae and calypso awards were well established, but the Boom Shot Award, if you're a dancehall artist, that was like a big award you could win because it could have pushed you in front of the American audience, which would have mean you would get even more of a push. So the first Boom Shot Award, and it's 2005, it goes to this song called Turn Me On. Everybody should know that song if you're older than the age of 20. So here it is, they're conducting an interview with Beanie Man, I Wayne, and Elephant Man. And they're saying how you feel about the results of that award. And mind you, this is the days before political correctness and, you know, being really considerate about how you use your words and how you burn bridges in interviews and things that you say. There was no such thing as like public relations, at least in terms of small artists, relatively speaking. So when they won a Boom Shot Award, I Wayne, he comes and he's like, yo, how could a soca artist win the best song of the year? How could a soca artist, he's not even a Jamaican, you know? It should have been Beanie Man, it should have been Elephant Man. So, you know, I Wayne is pissed off. He's not pissed off, but he's just like a little irked that it's a soca artist because, you know, at this time, the feeling that soca is very inferior to dancehall and like the high patriotism of dancehall music and reggae music and like the high patriotism of Jamaican exceptionalism, it was really strong in that time. It wasn't like now people are more, I don't know how to see it. People are wiser about how they use their words and what words mean and, you know, things like that. But in those days, if you were a soca artist and you made it over a Jamaican artist, or if you were somebody who wasn't from Jamaica trying to make a soca song, you couldn't get through because like it was the very high patriotism, the very high degree of exceptionalism was strong that day. And in those days, it was like a little bit of rift between the soca artists and like the dancehall artists because you see, I Wayne and Rupee were actually really big in that time. So, you know, I Wayne, he came a little harder to the interviewer and he's like, soca music, that's devil dancing. You know, I Wayne is like a big time rasta. He's like, soca is devil dancing. That's dancing with the demons. I try to make music to wake people up and show them the message in soca music. You know, you see these things happening again today where like Buju Banton is commenting on Afrobeats saying like Afrobeats doesn't lift up the African people. It's just simple catchy lyrics. I said, no, like it lifts up the people. It feels good. Like sometimes music is about what it makes you feel. It's not always about the lyrics. So, you know, Rupee came back on top of it. He's like, hey, he's entitled to his opinion. He can say what he wants to say. I mean, if that's how he feels, that's just how he feels. But overall, you know, a lot of the artists was like, yo, I want to see like a whole one Caribbean music in the end. But you know who was reading that article? You know who was also in that same room? You know who was also listening? You know who was also a fly on the wall?
Fuck I Wayne. Fuck I Wayne.
Bunji Garlin. I gotta get on my DJ Academics voice for this one.
Feeling like I'm Soca-demics.
This is boy Soca Academics and check it out. Now, Bunji Garlin dropped a diss track to I Wayne because I Wayne wants to diss the soca. Check out these lyrics right here. Mr. Ian Antonio Alvarez, aka Bunji Garlin, he heard this and he had to go into the booth and he had to say, oh, so this is what you have to say about my soca, and he get on the soca beat and he dropped "No Matter What." And I ain't talking about Tall Pre, we talking about Bunji. Bunji Garlin get into the booth, and of course it's a soca beat, and he give him some lyrics. Bunji say, this one fool say he don't like soca, cause it's a devilish thing. But I hope that he know when he's smoking cocoa, he sit on in a devilish ring. Well, if you don't like soca, you could go suck your mama, cause I'm the soca monarch king. How you think the youth in ghetto Trinidad don't survive soca music? What you think make half the nation put down their 45? Soca music. See, this Bunji Garlin, so you're a soca artist, so you wouldn't think he was gonna get violent and he gonna give him some real lyrics, like some hard threatening lyrics. But watch this one. This man want to go and get comfortable. He sing one big tune and acting like a rebel. saying soca music come from the devil, like you wanna turn into a vegetable. Gunshots go past through your head, through your nipple. And women see blood start to trickle. They go stand up from a distance and laugh and tickle. Say you don't like soca, you don't concern. Well, I don't concern if you concern. Because as far as I concern, your lip black and blister like a woman corny bun. Like when a woman can't turn, I shoulda slap your two in your face. Like the Green Lantern, make your head wheel and turn. But now I just know why he hates soca so. Then Bunji finished him off here. Bunji hitting him with the combos. You see, Bunji giving him the 1-2 hit. He gave him the super smash combo. He gave him the final smash. But now we gotta finish him. You dig? You like Bunji. You see, I wait his head turning, and they have a big bloody lyrics in the screen. He's saying, "Finish him. You have to finish him." So Bunji give him a little this. He said, "But now I know why he hates soca so. They bring this fool to Trinidad to do a show. They advertise the man head down to toe. End of the night, nobody never go. Only 150 people wait in the show. Everybody dress up, suit like glow. The man lucky no buckle never throw. Because the man could sing but the vibes are slow." Okay, here come the final combo. Here come the ultra combo. Here it come. He give him the pop 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 pop. Here it come. Watch me. You know how to preach about Selassie I vision. 2 weeks you lie down with malnutrition. But you want to fight Trinidad with them mission. Cut off your ass now, razor blade incision. You ain't nothing but a punk or a pigeon. They're ready for the war, now you make your decision. And this time it's no intermission. 6 foot horizontal life, that's your position. Gosh, Bunji hit him with the hard lyrics. So you know what Iwan did after that? Iwan, of course, he had to take it. But you know what Iwan did after that? Nothing. Because it was soca in 2005. And nobody really wasn't taking it seriously. But had that would have come out today, I think it would have been a completely different story. But that's just a little story of back in the days when things wasn't really all one Caribbean. But these days, I just love it. I love the history. Like these days, it's so easy to get a soca party, but not some people know these little stories because we don't really document this history. And I'm just happy I get to share it with you. But yeah, so. But thankfully, thankfully soca has come very long way, and you don't even have to go like, back in those days, if you wanted a soca party, you had to search to get a soca party. You had to get like a little 2-minute soca session in the party. But these days, like even in Jamaica, I know you can get a. So you know what? Let's go check. Soca events in Jamaica this month. Look at that. Look how many soca parties they have in Jamaica this month alone. So yeah, soca has come a long way, and I just love these little history and tidbits. But until the next video, peace.
Yo, so the police in Barbados posted their most wanted list, and look, they posted Mr. Man. And look, he responded. What's really going on in Barbados? Hey.